Hi, hello, namaste to all my listeners. I'm your host, Sarthak Varshney, and I welcome you all to the Balls of Steel show, where you get an insight into the business mindset of the entrepreneurs. Dhandho ni Soch. Our today's guest is Mr. Shaurya Aggarwal. Hi, Shaurya.
Hi Sarthak, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good.
Great. You sound energetic in the evening also.
Yeah,
What's up?
yeah. I'm nothing much. Just been, I've been driving around the town just to calm myself. I find that calming a bit. And
Nice, nice. You got some guts driving
yeah,
around in Corona.
no, it's not that Corona thing, but since
Uh,
unlock one is going on and government has reduced down the restrictions a bit, so I thought why not go for it.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so Shaurya, what is the business that you're doing because of which we're gonna say that you have got the balls of steel?
So basically, what the business is that we are called Beat My Sugar, and the business is
Hmm.
basically a healthcare service platform for diabetics in particular.
Okay.
So this platform basically would be like a one-stop shop for diabetes, where we'll be providing our customers with all the diabetic-related products and these services that goes into the management of diabetes at a single
Hmm.
platform. So that is the
Okay.
main thing that has given birth to this journey.
Okay. Okay. So, let's get deeper into this journey and let me ask you the thing that I ask everyone, the very same thing. So, Shaurya, start from the beginning and tell us your complete and entire journey till the current point at which you are right now.
Okay, so I'll start with this. I'm 21 and I look at life as having an experience of 21 years. And
Okay.
it's been a very uh, how do I put it? It's been a very roller coaster kind of a journey that I've had till now. And
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Dehradun, but mostly I've lived in Delhi NCR. I did my schooling from first I was in APJ school Noida, and then I did my 10 plus 2 from Shriram Millennium Noida. And at the age of 10, when I was 10, I was diagnosed
Mm-hmm.
with type 1 diabetes. At that time,
Okay.
I did not know what diabetes was or how you would go about it. But the only reference that I had about diabetes was that my grandfather was also a diabetic. So that is
Okay.
it. And this experience of diabetes has really molded me into a person that is how do I put it? I'm very passionate about fitness. Since diabetes has made me discover my passion for fitness and all.
Mm-hmm.
And so that has been kind of a thing. And the reason for me starting this was that I wanted to give back to the community of people living with diabetes. And reading about diabetes was something that has uh, opened my mind. It has given me a broader opinion of life.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so yeah, that's it. And i'm uh, I'm in my final year of college, where I'll be finishing with my degree from Delhi University, BCom honors. And
Okay.
yeah, that is it.
That's about you. And what about the business?
So
What's the story behind the business?
considering the business, I would say that I started with when I finished school, my aim was to become a CA.
Okay.
And as I was going through it, I had to manage my college and my CA at the same time. As I think it was in the second year of college that I started losing interest in CA. And when I started my fifth semester, that is the third year, I completely lost interest in
Mm-hmm.
CA, and I wanted to do
Okay.
something else, either a job or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
One day I was, I think, searching for products for diabetes on Amazon, and I
Mm.
couldn't find what I was looking for. So I slept
Okay.
over it, and I wrote down that idea in my diary, and I slept over it. So the next day I talked to my father about this idea, and uh, I don't know what happened, that thing, but he was very interested in that idea. And then he, connected me with different people, and from different areas. Like our co-founder, Mr. Arun Pathak, he has a background in IT. And then my investor, or I would say Chachu, he has a business of laptop peripherals and accessories. So he was the one who really was vested in this idea, and he really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the thing, and the basic premise for this was that first will be a product-based e-commerce, where we like the aggregator model, and we'll be providing our customers with only products. But in our discussions, internal board meetings, and all, we came up with that key. We should also provide services, because that is something that is very essential to diabetes management as a whole.
Okay.
So that was a point where we started looking into services and all also, and we came up with all our model and all key, how we would be wanting to go about it. So that
Okay.
is it. And
Okay.
the
Okay.
main idea behind this came from my life journey itself, because I am a diabetic, and that is what has fueled this business.
Mm-hmm. I get
So
it.
yeah,
I get it.
that's it.
Okay. So if I look at it, this idea took about 11 years to seed in you, and then you took the sprout of it and made it into a company.
I would say yes, because I've had many ups and downs in my journey as a diabetic. I
Mm-hmm.
was When I was diagnosed with diabetes. My friends at that time were not accepting what I had gone through, and they were like alienating me. I had lost friends because of this, and uh, I don't know what was happening to me, but I was starting to lose confidence in myself. कि I don't know what has
Okay.
कि मतलब it's like those communicable diseases where you touch a person and he gets that problem.
Right.
So I
Right.
think my friends understood this like that, and they were alienating me, and I was feeling very lonely, and my parents could understand that from my behavior on a day to day basis, and we decided to do something about it. So I switched schools, and when I was giving my school admission interview, the principal was
Right.
very supportive of me being a diabetic, and it uh, you know like that. So my principal was very I would say uh, I would say very supportive of this, and a very big inspiration for me, because she had also not she had gone through, but some person she knew had gone through this, so she understood what went behind it.
Right.
And my friends, the new friends that I made there, they were also very supportive of me being a diabetic, and they would times mold their behavior to accommodate my problem with theirs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that is how I gained back my confidence, and uh, I'm who I am today.
Okay. So, what motivated you towards fitness as being a diabetic? Why did you choose fitness so much?
So fitness is like a third wheel of diabetes, I would say, because
Mm-hmm.
I heard a person saying that diabetes is mainly managed by three things. There's your
Okay.
lifestyle, there's medicines, and there's your diet.
Hmm.
So in that lifestyle part, what she told me was that exercise, your mental health, and uh, your immediate family and your extended family, which relates to all your friends and your connections, these are
Right.
what are going to affect how your blood sugars range from on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
So that is how I got myself into it. And once she told me this, I started some research into it. How diabetes affects fitness, and how fitness can help to improve your control of blood sugars, and glycemic control can be improved.
I get it. I get it. I get it. So
Yeah.
now, what I'm gonna ask is like, since you are into or you're diversifying into providing services, and you've dealt with diabetes for almost 11 years now, and you've been into fitness, and you know a lot of stuff about diabetes. Definitely, you're experiencing it. So, how have you actually combined it, and what all from your experience are you putting into the business so that you can relate much more to the crowd who is not able to get those products and services which you're trying to provide?
So, in this question, what I would say is that my journey with fitness is not that long, I would say. So, I got into fitness mainly after my 12th, when I was starting college.
Okay.
And at that time, I had no idea what I'll be doing with my life, because I only wanted to be a CA and all. I was focused on that area. But as I started studying for CA, I gave my exams and whatever happened, but I was not majorly focused in the fitness and diabetes related part. But when I had this idea, I thought I have to do something about it. And on that day, I started creating my own plans. Started watching YouTube videos where people would be discussing diabetes and fitness, and reading about it on Google. So that is how I have been uh, you know trying to make a plan where I can give it to the customers that would come on the site. So it's currently in development, and once we have it, we'll be uh, putting it on the website for others to see.
Okay. 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 That's nice. Okay, so Shaurya, tell me, have you guys started your transactional process, or is it still in the building stage?
So the transactional processes of the business would start, a little time later, but we are actually in the testing phase right now. So we are
Mm-hmm.
testing our site that is being developed by our IT person, and we are in
Mm-hmm.
the testing side. So we are trying to make, figure out all the things that are wrong with the site, and how do we want to portray to the public at large. So the transactions would, as per my guess, transactions would begin by end of June, is what we are aiming for.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the idea behind this name? Like, Beat My Sugar. How did this name come to your mind? And what's the story behind this? Is there a
Yeah.
story behind this?
Yeah, not that much of a story, I would say, but so the name was not my thing that I came up. I came up with the idea, but my chachu was the one who proposed this name, Beat My Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So he's also a person living with diabetes. He has type 2 diabetes, and he also understands the all the nooks and corners that a diabetic goes through. So
Right.
he has had a he has had a longer journey as a diabetic than me, and he has understood from the perception of people that people generally relate diabetes to the शुगर की बीमारी, कि अरे तुम्हें शुगर हो गई और कैसे तुम ये खाओ तुम वो खाओ ठीक हो जाएगा. So there is that stigma around people that diabetes ठीक हो जाएगी ये खाने से. But on your show I would like to say that ऐसा नहीं है. Diabetes is not curable as of now. Scientists are working to come up with a cure for it, be it type 1 or type 2. I would say there are some cases in type 2 diabetes where it can be reversed through lifestyle changes and other things, but that is in very exceptional cases. So that is how we came up with the idea that naming our business Beat My Sugar. We wanted to show that you can't be bogged down by diabetes. Sugar ki bimari
Hmm.
can't control you. You have to control it and take your life in the path that was meant to be. This was just a, I would say, a detour that has taken you for that has taken, but you have to put your life in control, and we would help that person get on that uh, route of sugar management.
Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah.
I get it. So, if I talk about the investments that are being put into the company, so what kind of a business have like I guess that your chachu has invested. So, is it a family business that you're trying to create out of it? Is it a bootstrap or what? How would you describe this thing?
So, I would describe us like a bootstrap startup for now,
Hmm.
because we haven't had
Okay,
any external funding as of now, and we have all the co-founders have bootstrapped to make this what it is today. And I wouldn't say it is a family business, but we do consider all our employees and all our management as a big family, and we don't make anyone, there's no hierarchy that we want to put in the business. We want to work like a big family. So I wouldn't say it's a family business, but we consider everyone a family in our company.
okay, okay, okay. I get it. So, if I talk about your day, Shaurya, since just starting out in your early age of the business, so what does your typical day looks like? How do you manage your time, and what all is your time taken up by? Why don't you give us some insight into that?
Yeah. So typically, I'm very ashamed of this thing, but typically my day begins at 11:30 or 12. I wake up at that time. I have my breakfast. I take a bath. I have my lunch, and then
Hmm.
I sit down to work. I check my mails for for about an hour or something. I watch some YouTube videos regarding diabetes and different products that are being offered in the international market which are not in India. So I do some research about that. Then I pick up my books, start studying something for my college exams in this time, and then we have our internal meetings lined up from 6:30, which goes on for about an hour or something. And then I have some of my family time where I sit with my dad, mom, brother, and we discuss about general things. We watch some news, we have dinner together, then we watch some TV, for entertainment purposes, and then I come back to my room, and then I actually start working on different ideas, uh, watching people and looking up different things and doing that. So
Right.
that is how a day looks like, and I sleep at around 3:30 or 4 after finishing all my day's work.
Okay. Okay. I get it. I get. So it's basically a bootstrap business, and you're trying to get through it. So, ठीक है. So in this journey of yours, if I talk about since most of the family members are involved and you're creating a family out of a business only, and everyone's like a family only. But what I want to know is like doing this business with different family members, like you said, your chachu is involved and your father is also there. But बहुत बार बोलते हैं कि पैसा और रिश्ता साथ में नहीं होना चाहिए. I mean, I'm talking in terms of चाचू, not exactly your father, right?
Mhm.
Because बहुत बार होता है कि कुछ glitches हो सकते हैं, या फिर काफी बार we have heard these stories in our lifetime where ऐसे ऐसे situations में relations खराब हुए because of the business. So
Mhm.
what is it like, and what do you suggest in your opinion?
So, just a clarification, my dad doesn't actually work full time in this. He's a partner in EY. He's a CA himself, and he just
Okay.
helps me around when I need. So during his call, if I need something, he would say that
Right.
after his call, he would help me. So he just helps me here and there, but the main driver of this business, I would say, is me and Mr. Arun and Mr. Praveen, who are the other co-founders. My chachu isn't that involved in it. He's
Okay.
mainly about the money side. But talking about the
Okay.
question that you put up regarding the family and money wala part.
Hanji.
So what has happened is ki I am not that focused on ki Chachu is someone who has inspired me because he himself is a serial entrepreneur. He has invested in various companies himself, and he has his own business. So we are not that we don't let money come into our relations. Money is one aspect, and family is one aspect. So what I would say here is that we say ki professional life is different and work and your personal life is different. So we take that approach in our whenever some dispute comes up.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's exactly keeping personal and professional life apart and then taking things ahead.
Yes.
Perfect. 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 Okay. So, sure. Since this is another question, since because you're in your early stages, so what are your money management plans, and how do you manage your daily expenses, and how do you take care of them? Because many times I have seen it with very young entrepreneurs. There's this thing, or maybe the people who are trying to start this entrepreneurship career. They have these questions. How are they gonna manage their own expenses, and if they take if their family is putting his money into the business, or what is it like? How do you manage your expenses and all those things? What's your money management plans?
So related to the money management thing, I would suggest that the business related money management I would not want to share with you because of
Mm-hmm.
certain reasons. And my
Right.
daily expenses, I would say, there are very minimal expenses of me that I have personally on a daily basis.
Okay.
Whenever
Okay.
before this corona thing, I used to go out with my friends once or twice a week, where we would sit and go just talk about life in general. So
Right.
my expenses on a daily basis are very minimal, so there's not much related to the money management thing that I should be uh, I should be caring about.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it. I get it. So if I talk about Shaurya, your entrepreneurial journey as of now, what does it look like? If you want to highlight something about it and talk something that you've really learned out of it, what would it be?
So the main thing from this whole journey that has made me into an entrepreneur that I am today, I would say that time management is something that I have learned from this journey. So managing your time between college and the business is something that was difficult in the beginning, but as we grow and having my meetings at some day, and so that has really helped me to manage my time in a better way. So I have to take out time for my workout, I have to take out time for family, for the business, for college. So I have had to demark certain what I would say, to demark certain parts of the day for certain things. So the mornings are generally for college, and afternoon is for my family time and business related. Evenings are for the workout and all, and before I go to sleep is also some time for the business.
Okay.
So this has been something that I have learned from it. And one more thing that I have learned is that I've picked up the habit of uh, watching certain series on OTT that would help me in my journey. People say that watching series on Netflix or something is not good at times, but I'm of the opinion that if you watch series that are educational, or would help you in your own development, I would say there is no harm in watching these. So I give an example. I have started
Hmm.
watching Shark Tank a lot,
Right,
because Shark Tank is something that has given me an insight into how a venture capitalist thinks, and
right.
how people think and what ideas they come up. Entrepreneurship is something that I've learned from that show a lot, and I would like to I would recommend people to watch Shark Tank. And that's the funny thing that I have ki, I want to go on Shark Tank and pitch Beat My Sugar there one day.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Then I'm hoping that you would be all set to answer their question because they roast it out
Yeah, exactly.
everything.
That is like a learning process for every business. You get to understand what kind of questions they ask by watching them on OTT, and when you are actually there, get in, they get into your brains. They basically want to extract as much information as possible from you to make their decision of investment in your startup or your company.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
I get it. That's nice. So I really like this idea where you're highlighting the mindset that you derive by looking at TV series uh, because many times I've seen this, some not many times, but sometimes I would say that TV series are not given that much attention, and probably sometimes I wouldn't say a lot of times, but sometimes we fail to see what we can learn from there, and we are doing that. So that's a really great insight that we, as an entrepreneur, can look at and find some time and learn from there also.
Yes.
That's great. So, if I talk about some tips and advice that you would like to give to the listeners who just want to start out just like you, what would it be?
So, I would suggest, watch Shark Tank. That's my first suggestion to any person who wants to jump into this, uh, jump into entrepreneurship, because, you get to understand what kind of problems people face and how they create a solution for it. So
Uh-huh.
I would suggest people to watch Shark Tank, read books which are related to entrepreneurship. Like I was reading this book. What was the name? Rich Dad Poor Dad, I think was the name. It talks about money management tricks and how it is good if you start learning about money from an early age. It gives you money management tricks and all. And
Right.
I would also suggest people to you not view YouTube as a entertainment platform for videos and all, but as an educational one where you can find various channels or people who talk about their journey and tell you about different ideas that are popping up in the world all around. So there's this channel on YouTube called Alux, where you can understand how the luxury markets work and how the billionaires think, what are the new breakthrough ideas that are catching the world attention. And also that is something I would suggest to people. And personal development channels like the our Indian thing, the Ranveer Allahabadia show, where he talks about mental health and how he started his journey as an entrepreneur after his college days and all. So that would be my suggestion. And generally be aware of your surroundings. You can find a idea from your basic day to day, in your basic day to day life. So
Right.
so yeah, that is something that I would suggest people. And social media is something that is people are viewing social media as a negative platform where people you know talk about all this criticism and all that part. But social media can really help a person to grow if they use it in the right way. So
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, see, at the end, we need to use anything the right way to grow it and
yeah.
to grow in it. That's right. That's right. And yes, you know what? Alex is also available on the podcast as well, so you can listen to that also.
Yeah.
But with that said, as we have approached towards the end of the podcast, there's one thing that we do is ask our guests to recommend other entrepreneurs whom they think have a very inspiring journey, so we can call them on the show and talk to them about the journey. So, who would you like to recommend?
I would like to recommend Paridhi Jindal. She is the founder and CEO of Digital Head. So it's a digital marketing agency where
Okay.
you can get all the digital marketing related things done, and they are helping us in our digital marketing as a business, and we are collaborating from the beginning with them, and they are
Hmm.
they have been pretty good, and they have helped us to reach a larger audience, and so I would recommend her.
That's great. That's great. Then we'll make sure that she also comes on board, and you both have each other's podcast link to listen to and share
Yeah.
your entrepreneurial journeys. Okay, so
Yes.
that said, listeners, this was Shaurya Aggarwal with us, and he's just started out in his journey, and there's a lot I'm sure that he's looking forward to. But what I believe we can pick out from his journey is the way he's looking at things and how he has not let diabetes, you know, push him down, and he's trying to create a business out of it. And another lovely thing is that how he is trying to learn a lot of business aspects from daily observations, let's say social media, Netflix, and all. So that's something we can really pull out of his journey. So yeah, with that said, I want to thank you, Shaurya, for pulling out some time and coming on the show.
Thank you,
I'm
Sarthak,
really,
for
really
having me.
the pleasure's all mine, Shaurya. Thanks a lot, man. I'll
Thank
see
you.
you soon.
See you. Thank you.
I hope that you're able to take back something insightful from this podcast and apply it in your life to be a better version of yourself and add to your Dhandho Soch. If you know someone whom you think should feature on my podcast and has a very inspiring entrepreneurial journey, then do drop me a DM on my Instagram, SarthakVarshney. Sarthak Varshney. Yeah, that's me. I'm the founder of SV Clicks, and SV Clicks is the producer of this show. You can find me on Facebook or LinkedIn as well with the same name. If you're willing to listen to more of such unheard, inspiring stories of the entrepreneurs, then don't forget to follow us by pressing that follow button on your podcast screen. Thank you for being such an amazing audience. Keep learning, keep growing. We'll be back soon. See ya.